Welcome to the 2012 football season. We have senior Josh Balzer on the left, and we have senior Kendall Summerlot on the right. You guys both play different roles on offense and defense. And before we get started, we've got a little new look to Eagle football. It looks like, Josh, you're rocking some Napoleon Dynamite hair, and Kendall, you've kind of got the trucker stash going. Was there a fashion prize for seniors coming in this year?
Not so much a fashion prize. It's more just a little gift we like to give to the freshmen each year as they come in. They get to see us in a whole new look right off the bat. So we just kind of try to bring some intimidation to the freshmen.
Gotcha. Let's talk about the success you had in 2011. In 2010, your team went 1-8 in your sophomore year. Then last year, when you were juniors, you guys went 6-4, which is a 5-game turnaround. How do you hope to take last year and build on that success into this year?
I think it was good last year. The seniors last year came in and did a great job of leading, so hopefully this year we can learn from them and build off what they've done. And hopefully our experience will play a big part in that also.
Yeah, I think our class has a lot of experience. We've all been together since sophomore year, and I think we can just really build off our chemistry that our senior class has this year. I think we all are a pretty tight-knit group of guys, and I think that's going to definitely help us in the long run.
What preparations has your team made in the off-season to help you prepare for this year?
We've done a great job of lifting in the off-season. Strength coach, Coach Wilmuth's done a great job of leading that, and also over the summer just getting together once or twice a week and playing ball out in the field, just keeping chemistry going. And I think another huge reason that Balzer hit on was just the relationships we have on this team, especially in the senior class. It's just phenomenal.
Josh, can you tell me a little bit about what the next few days will hold for training camp? And I know you guys do breakaway and testing, things like that. Take me through the next few days of what it looks like to be in the first few days of Eagle football.
So later on this afternoon, all of the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will come and move into their dorms, and we'll help them out with that. And the seniors will find their breakaway teams, which are guys that we picked in a draft last night. We got together and drafted guys, which is pretty fun. So we have all these teams that we get together with them. And we'll have a bunch of meetings tonight, do some team bonding stuff. Then tomorrow morning, all the younger guys will do testing. We'll do 40-yard dash, bench press, vertical, stuff like that. Then after that, we take off for breakaway. Breakaway, we go to a camp center for the weekend, and we basically have a bunch of competitions between the breakaway teams. We see who can rack up the most points doing ridiculous things and playing games. But more than that, it's a time for coaches and players to bond, and players to bond together, and just develop a team chemistry right off the bat, so that when we get into the season, we've built trust with one another, and we know that we can depend on each other and get through the season.
Josh, you're a 4-year player. What's the biggest difference in one of your testing skills, if there are skills, in what you tested in as a freshman and now what you tested in today, whether it's your benching or your vertical? What's improved the most?
I don't know. I've just overall gotten better at everything. I'd say, I think overall just, I think my speed has improved, and just overall strength and speed, but nothing really stands out, but I can just see a general progression throughout the past few years.
Kendall, what will the team be focusing on between now and September 1st when you play your first game at St. John's?
I think a big role is going to be for us senior classes and the coaches to welcome the incoming freshmen and the transfer players, make them feel part of the team. Hopefully we'll be able to set the tempo as far as a Christ-centered team and what we want to be in practice and in the game and off the field as well.
Does one of you want to take a stab at what your team goals are for this year? Neither one of them do.
I think we'll let our playing do the talking.
All right. Let's talk about the incoming freshmen and transfers, and what's it like as a new person on a collegiate football team, and what's the difference between playing 4 years of high school football and then all of a sudden entering the collegiate stage?
For me, it was a lot more of a mental transition, especially being quarterback. In high school, there's not too many demands placed on a quarterback mentally. You just have some basic stuff you got to stick to, but once I got to college, there was a lot more that was thrown at me right away, and a lot of times my mind was spinning around the play concepts, what my reads were. So that's a really big transition. You have to be a lot more mentally stable, and as a quarterback in the college, you have to do a lot more mental preparation than you would ever do in high school. So that was a big change for me coming in.
How about on defense, Kendall?
Yeah, I think mentally is the biggest thing, especially coming from a small school where you play both ways. To come into a college level where you're playing one way, you got to know a lot more. It's a lot more in depth. And probably the other big thing that I've noticed is the quality of players. The difference between first string and third string in college is very, very small. Or in high school, especially in a small school, maybe not 11 guys are even that good that you're putting out there.
So wrapping up, Josh, tell us about the most memorable thing you did this summer.
The most memorable thing I did this summer was probably fishing with Kendall Summerlot every weekend. So that was really fun. Had a good time doing that.
Kendall, would you agree, or did you have another
I would
memorable moment?
Agree.
Anything else that was a highlight?
Yeah, I guess that does it for me.